Welcome back to World of Warships with your host, X-Brad TC. We're on the Solomons map today, and as you can see, it's a Tier 4 fight and fairly evenly matched. They've just released patch 0.5.8, and one of the changes was a new matchmaker. Not perfect yet, but better than it was. Trying to mostly even up the battleships to give you a fair fight. We're on the Solomons map, my all-time favorite map, which generally goes up to Tier 5, I believe. 1 through 5. I've fought on this in everything from 1 through 5. So we're coming around from the north, around the southern edge of the Cape, and come across the Wyoming. And I'm going to have my own personal shootout with this guy. I had HE loaded just in case a destroyer popped around the corner, as they sometimes do. Immediately switched to, I had HE loaded. Switched to AP. And you'll notice I'm trying to keep pretty much a bow-on aspect. I don't want to expose my flank to this guy and give him easy penetrating shots. He's shooting, he's a terrible shot. He's worse than I am. And I'm going to be trading shots with this guy for a while. I'm taking a look. There's not one, but 2 battleships over here already. Rounds out. Wait for it. Looks pretty good. You'll notice they changed the color of the armor-piercing tracers. I am getting some incredible random number generation dispersion on the guns tonight. You're going to see it later on. What looks like a perfect broadside does absolutely nothing. It doesn't even touch the enemy. Alright, so we've got the Wyoming. We've got a Miyogi, which is the Japanese Tier 3 battleship. And I believe there is a Wix or a Clemson destroyer off of my port side. So, and I'm over here with a couple of cruisers. But it's getting kind of crowded. I don't want to be charging in, getting in over my head. So I'm turning around and kind of scuttling away. And that's not a huge problem because 2/3 of the Wyoming's guns are on the aft end. Well, there's a third on the aft end and a third in the amidships. But you don't have to turn too terribly much to get the amidship guns to bear. Alright, I'm just about to shoot at this guy, and nope, somebody else is going to kill him. Go ahead and let them take care of that problem for me. Meanwhile, my guns are reloading. Get the turret over towards the Wyoming. He is having a bad day. He's getting hammered. Shots out. Get just a little bit of nibble on him. Another set of shells. I was really hoping to get the kill on this guy, but no, somebody else is going to sneak it. My rounds are out, and get a little, no, I didn't even hit him, but somebody else got him. Look at the Miyogi, he's out of range. Start thinking, well, we'll go chase after him. Then I start looking at the mini-map. Start turning in, slow down to reduce my turning radius. I start looking at the mini-map. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 battleships over here. And they're all chasing after that one Miyogi. I start looking at the map. Well, they've got the B point and the C point. Maybe we ought to go and kill some of those guys. We got way too much power down here in the south, not enough in the north. And take a look at the score. We're already behind on points. We're ahead on ships. We've only lost 2 destroyers. They've lost a battleship cruiser and 2 destroyers. But they've got the lead. They're working their way up the points because they hold more captured points. So I decide, well, I'm going to go handle this South Carolina in the B point. But it would sure be nice if I had a little bit of company. So I asked for a little bit of help. Asked these guys to come up and get a couple of the BBs to join me heading north on this side. Of course, I type very slowly, so it takes me a while to get the message out. And we've just lost another ship. I believe that's a cruiser. Yeah, a couple of UBBs in the south come up north will sink the SOCAR in the B point and then go help at C. And here comes the South Carolina out of the point B. He's actually transited the slot, and he's broadside on. Oh. And he's about half health. He's lost a good bit of health. The South Carolina is not at an all impressive battleship. And really, this is the entire point of why I made this video. I knew I was going to get hit hard, but I also knew I was going to do this. Yeah. Nice. Well, apparently that caught one of my teammates' eyes. Well, that gives us, well, we don't even have control of the B point yet. One of our destroyers is apparently trying to take it now that the South Carolina is no longer camped out there. But that still leaves a passel of ships up here, and I'm not quite all alone, but I don't have any other battleships supporting me. Interestingly, the big threat to me right now is this annoying little St. Louis. Very low health, and he's going to be peppering me and setting me on fire and just making my life rough. So let's go ahead and kill him. Oh, he's showing a little bit of broadside. Look at that. I got my whole broadside out on him, and it is so hard to do decent damage to the St. Louis unless he's absolutely broadside on. And this is not the only time I'm going to shoot at him and do little or nothing to him. And in fact, it gets to be a bit of an obsession to shoot at this guy, to the point where I'm not paying attention to the two other ships behind him that are supporting him. In fact, I don't want to get that close to the St. Louis and all those battleships and cruisers over there. I'm going to start turning and running. I kept hoping that one of these sets of torpedoes would take him out. No such luck. And there we go, 6 rounds, nothing. Didn't even touch him. Total random number generation. They had set me on fire in 2 different spots. I had to go ahead and burn my damage control party. I thought about taking a shot at this battleship. No. Still, the St. Louis is the one that's giving me a hard time. So, one more shot at him. We'll see what we can do. Rounds out. Again, I think that was 880 damage. Really? You get hit with a 14-inch rifle and it's 880 damage? And now I'm burning. My damage control team's already on the cooldown, so I burn my repair party. I'd actually stocked up. I'd used the premium repair party in this and the premium damage control. Rounds out on the St. Louis one last time. Will this be it? Yes. Finally. Take a look, see what the next target is. And the next contestant is the other Wyoming. I'm getting good hits, but not doing a lot of damage. Trying to avoid, because he's almost full health and I'm in pretty bad shape. I'm trying to avoid letting him get a citadel on me. And of course he's maneuvering to keep me from doing the same to him. I'm getting hits but doing no damage. Little or no damage. Fortunately, I'm not the only one attacking him. He's going to take a torpedo or 2 here. And look at that. Rounds went right over him. I'm getting a little frustrated here. I mean, I know my gunnery's not fantastic, but it'd be nice if I could get some hits. And I actually screw up here and run into the edge of the map. I don't like surfing the border. It's not unethical, but it's hardly, professional gameplay. Once again, one hit, Didn't penetrate. Well, that actually over-penetrated. Doing a little bit of damage. That was a good hit. And finally, I'm not the only one attacking this guy. He's going to be attacked by some other folks. Rounds out. Well, I got an incapacitation and a penetration. Some more rounds. Good, solid hit. There we go. Somebody else is engaging him, and they're actually going to kill him. I am not going to get the kill on the Wyoming. I don't actually even see who does this. I thought at first it might be the torpedoes that would get him. And shot. Look at that. Nice, tight group. Did good damage, not great damage. Took a big hit. Burned one more in my repair party. Take a look. There's a St. Louis. 2 rounds out. Both over-penetrated. And with an over-penetration, you get about 10% of the damage potential. But, there we go. Got a Citadel. And it was all over for him. Unfortunately, I am not going to survive this battle. This is a carrier battle. We had, I believe, Langley, and they had a Hosho, both Tier 4 carriers, and I'm trying to get headed down south. I want to head for either B or the C point, and in the process, I'm looking to see who else I can gun, and look at that. I'm 47 seconds away on my damage control team. I'm 48 seconds away on my damage repair party. Unfortunately, I'm going to get a 2-sided torpedo bomber attack, and the Wyoming is terrible at avoiding torpedoes. It turns so slowly. So we're going to take 1 on the port side, and I've just got to let it flood. There's nothing I can do. I don't have the repair or DC available to me yet. And here comes the other squadron. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Goodbye. Now, take a look. They're up by over 200 points, and at one point they're actually going to get to 977 points. We've got our carrier, a battleship, and a destroyer left. They've got a carrier, 2 battleships, and a destroyer left. You would think we would lose this match. In fact, our carrier would go on to actually win the battle. So we get to chalk this one up as a victory. I thought I did pretty well in this match. I sank 3 enemy ships, got a couple of citadels, a couple of incapacitations, did 63,000 damage, which is not an enormous amount, but it's not, you know, anything to sneeze at. Got a devastating strike, even shot down an airplane. So I was a little disappointed in the final result, but overall I thought it was a pretty fun match, especially since it really was a miracle that we did come back to win. So 133,000 credits, 2,100 XP, 4,400 free XP, devastating strike, 63,000 damage, 2 citadels, 38 hits, sank 3, came in second on the team, right behind the Umikaze, who, by the way, was doing sterling work, just not by me. And you'll see South Carolina, St. Louis, and another St. Louis. Overall, not a bad match. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of World of Warships with X-Brad TC, and we will see you soon.